The European Commission is not organized as a hierarchy in the legal sense. Instead, it is designed as a collegial body, where all 27 commissioners are formally equal and collectively responsible for the Commission's actions. This structure is defined by the EU treaties, which establish that the Commission operates as a single institution rather than a chain of command. Decisions are taken collectively under the principle of collegiality, meaning that no individual commissioner has legal authority over another. Each of the 27 commissioners is nominated by a member state, approved by the European Parliament, and appointed to act independently in the interest of the European Union as a whole. Once in office, they are required to set aside national interests and function as part of a unified institution. Importantly, all commissioners share collective responsibility for the decisions taken by the Commission. This means that, from a legal standpoint, each commissioner has the same status and carries the same responsibility, regardless of the size or political weight of their country of origin. There are, however, roles within the Commission that provide coordination rather than hierarchy. The President of the Commission sets the overall political direction, defines priorities, and organizes the work of the College. Executive Vice Presidents are assigned to coordinate broad policy areas that span multiple portfolios, ensuring coherence across different commissioners' responsibilities. While these roles are important for organizing work and shaping priorities, they do not create a legal hierarchy or grant formal authority over other commissioners. Each commissioner is responsible for a specific policy portfolio, such as climate, economy, trade, migration, or digital policy. In this capacity, they lead the development of legislation within their area, oversee implementation, and work with the administrative services of the Commission, Directorates General. These portfolios are distributed to cover the full range of EU policies, and each one carries its own importance depending on its scope and impact. However, this distribution reflects functional specialization rather than ranking. The administrative structure beneath each commissioner, including the Directorate General responsible for their policy area, supports the development and execution of policies. While commissioners guide the direction of their portfolios, the civil service within the Commission prepares proposals, conducts analysis, and ensures implementation. This system reinforces the collective nature of the institution rather than creating hierarchical authority among commissioners themselves. Although all commissioners are legally equal, differences in influence can emerge in practice. These differences are not formal or legal, but arise from factors such as the importance of a portfolio, political context, or involvement in high-profile policy areas. Some portfolios, such as those dealing with the economy, competition, climate, trade, or digital regulation, naturally have broader impact across the Union and therefore attract more attention. Similarly, commissioners who coordinate major policy areas or work closely with the President may have greater visibility or influence within the political dynamics of the Commission. However, these differences do not affect their legal status. The European Commission is also subject to external checks and balances that ensure accountability. It must work alongside the European Parliament and the Council of the European Union in the legislative process, and its actions can be reviewed by the Court of Justice of the European Union. Additionally, the European Parliament has the power to approve or dismiss the entire Commission, reinforcing the principle that no individual commissioner operates independently of the broader institutional framework. In summary, the European Commission functions as a collegial and legally equal body rather than a hierarchical organization. All 27 commissioners share the same legal status and collective responsibility, with no formal ranking among them. Any differences in influence or visibility arise from political, functional, or contextual factors rather than from institutional hierarchy. This structure is intentional, designed to ensure that the Commission acts in the interest of the European Union as a whole, balancing the perspectives of all member states within a unified executive framework. Subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with the agenda of the European Commission. Check out the videos on the EU Parliament and the EU Council.